Here's a picture of Shirley Strawberry from the Steve Harvey Morning Show standing next to Steve Harvey on her wedding day to her husband Ernest, aka Ernesto Williams. Here's a picture of Shirley and Ernest. Steve actually introduced the two, and until last year, everyone thought that Ernest was a successful businessman running several businesses out of Atlanta, Georgia. In October of last year, though, he was arrested along with this woman and charged with many things, among those fraud and forgery. He was charged with running a fraudulent company that promised to help businesses grow their brand, including social media management. And the couple, as they are called in this article, despite Ernesto being married to Shirley, collected over $1 million from small businesses with promises to help them grow, but never delivered any services. Now, during that fraud investigation, detectives found information that led to Ernest further being charged with crimes against children, and you can read those charges here for yourself. And as part of his release, he was ordered to stay away from 11 specific victims, as well as animals. But of those 11 victims, some of them was Shirley's daughter and Shirley's grandchildren. So Shirley's husband, as part of his release, was ordered to stay away from her daughter and her grandchildren. Now, although he was arrested with another woman who's allegedly his side chick, who he was recorded calling this woman from jail and saying that when he got out, he would go to visit her, that when he got out of prison, he would go to stay at Steve's mansion in another country. Despite all of that, Shirley wrote a letter to the judge asking for Ernesto's immediate release and that he be allowed to come and stay with her at the home that they shared before his arrest. I should mention that said home is the home that started the fraud investigation. And at the time of his arrest, they were $40,000 backed up on the rent of that home.
We consider this person to be a flight risk. We have jail calls where he's talking about going to see his girlfriend in Florida, multiple times actually. We have a call where he was talking with his wife about going to stay in her boss's house. I'm going to leave out all the names here, as Mr. Lewis did as well, about her boss's house in Abu Dhabi, which is, of course, quite far away from here.
He's considered dangerous. There are several pending warrants that will be coming out that, based on their content alone, there's a great likelihood that he's someone who will commit further felonies. Furthermore, without mentioning the facts of the case in front of us, children were involved.
355 days without indictment, 23 CP 215407. I'm assuming you want me to waive, Mr. Lewis?
Sure.
All right. I can say it if you want me to, or do you want me to waive?
I don't think Mr. Williams cares. Well, yeah, wait, Judge.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 other felonies on there that have to do with nudity, let's say. No bond as of January the 13th, 2023. Freak! Rah!
This last case that came about involves, if my understanding is correct, and I don't know because I haven't received discovery on it since it hasn't been indicted, a single photograph that was found on a computer that the prosecution, well, not even the prosecution at this point, I guess it's still the police because it's not indicted or accused, claimed was my client's, and that he was in possession of either the computer or the photograph that's on there. My client has never been accused of anything involving nudity or anything else with children. On one of the bonds, I believe that you signed, Judge, you tell him he can't be with his wife. I'm going to ask that you...
Is that Melody Scretchen?
No, it's the other lady, the SS lady.
Oh, Strawberry.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, let him be with his wife before we end up having a divorce matter in Fulton County.
You have to turn over your passport to Mr. Lewis. No further contact with anyone under the age of 18. No social media. No internet access. Surrender your passport, like I said, and you cannot leave Fulton County. Internet access and or animals. I've got animals. No contact with any animals of any kind.
Okay, no animals. Gotcha.
All right. Thank you much, Mr. Lewis. Best of luck to you, sir. You can leave the booth.
According to detectives, 15